me, it's very important that every individual is understood at what kind of an emotional curve are they operating at. What is it that's hindering their progress? What is it that they're unhappy about? What is it that they're extremely happy about? Because if you draw these patterns out, you will genuinely try to understand how does this organization work? What makes it go forward? Before Amber came into our lives, I used to spend a lot of time reaching out to employees, finding out how their first month was, their day of joining was, whether they've got a clear understanding of what we stand for, our value system, our vision, and so on and so forth. My interaction stopped at that first month, when I would have actually loved it to happen every month or every year or every quarter or what have you. When the inFeedo team came up with what Amber could do for us, I just absolutely loved it that, because this is the best way that I can kind of outsource my cultural audit to a system, but at the same time save my best, most useful time to actually engage with people who I need to speak to or understand their concerns about. It's for the first time a bot is asking you stuff about how you feel and throw that out in an aggregate manner for someone to consume. I was very sure that over time, Amber would get into a point where she would actually start behaving like a she, like a human. There are about 40% people who think that Amber is for real. What employees feel about Amber is, one, they know that it represents me or in general someone important in the system. So it's not a Google form speaking to an employee, it's actually a person representing someone, other person speaking to an employee. The biggest impact that Amber has brought, while I find it hard to quantify, is that it's made the entire purview of, hey, we want to make you heard and we want to make you feel understood, not just to the new joinees, but to everyone in the organization. And I feel where HR has largely missed a very important part is to think of how you can use technology in a meaningful way to still interact with humans. Whether it's conversation, whether it's data, whether it's prediction, all of this should not be left to human judgment by now. Technology has to play perhaps the most important role in HR than any other vertical, because you're dealing with people here, and predicting people behavior and predicting human emotions is the hardest thing to do. And if you can have a very objective view of what the organization sentiment is about, what do they feel, what is the trend about that, who is most likely to lapse, who is most likely to stay, who is extremely happy, who is aggrieved, and that not be a judgment call, but a programmatically derived inference, that has to be the breakthrough in how HR is thought of. We are extremely happy with how Amber is shaping up. She is one of the two people that I use every day as part of my core work, and I love Amber.